Okay, so I've gone to record this a couple times and I'm trying to figure out how I want to say this. But so so this is like a music channel, obviously, for the stuff that I do, but I also kind of want to use it now as platform to kind of talk about some of the stuff that I will be soon going through. So it's an introduction. Hi, I'm Haley. For those of you who don't know from, any videos that you've already seen on this channel. I'm 25. I identify as gender-wise like non-binary. So for me, that means that I just don't really feel like I fit anywhere in either category of female or male. I just kind of feel like I'm in this like weird androgynous state, which I guess is different for people who feel like they're genderqueer, which is they feel more feminine one day or masculine another day. For me, it's just kind of constant, like this like masculine vibe that I put out. So probably for like the last 7 years, 6 years, the thought of, am I trans, is something that is that something that I want to do? Do I want to transition? Do I want to take hormones? Is it something that would make me happier? Is it something that I want to do? Is it something that I don't want to do? Am I not trans enough? Am I not allowed to do that? And after a long time, I don't know if it goes for other people, but I definitely, like, that's not something that I'll think about for a while, and then suddenly it's something that I'm like, oh my god, I like need to like research this and figure it out. And then like once I get into it, I'm like, no, that's not something that I can do. That's for other people. That fits them more. And I don't know, or a lot of it is too big because I am non-binary. I don't identify as a transgender man. It's one of those things like I don't want to fully transition. I don't want, to be perceived as a man. I just wish that I have very feminine features. A very long face, skinny jawline, skinny neck. I have hips, I have a butt, I got boobs, So, like, is there a way that I can kind of like ease myself into this and see, if this is something that I want to do, or if is there a way that I can take a low dose to have it just be subtle changes and not like get like a full-fledged beard, or have my voice drop significantly, or stuff like that. So it hasn't been until in the last like couple of years that there's really been anybody like documenting their changes on taking a low dose of testosterone, and I think that's probably why now I'm more comfortable doing it, because I've been able to research it more and see how other people go through it and what the changes are. So that is something that I'm going to do, and because there's really not too much information about the low dose process is why I want to document it, and kind of keep tabs, mostly for my own purpose as well. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. But so today is May 20th, and sorry, loud sounds in the city. I have an appointment with trans health provider here in Baltimore on the 28th of June. So I know it's kind of far away, but I kind of just wanted to sit down and kind of talk about it and see if anybody like had any questions, or if anybody had any advice about what I'll be expecting. I imagine that I'll just go in and get blood work and stuff done to see where my levels are at, and you know where we'll go from there. Hoping maybe I'll get a prescription that day. I have already done the therapy aspect of it, so not like specific to gender therapy, but it's come up a lot in like therapy sessions that this is something that I've, you know, not like struggled with, but have definitely like gone back and forth about my feelings on. So my therapist said that whenever I started this process, that she would, you know, write me a letter saying that she supports me going, you know, on hormones and stuff like that, and starting the process of, I don't want to say transitioning, but just kind of being more, I guess, ambiguous and more masculine. And I know that, like, I can't sit down and pick and choose. I know it's not like, I know it doesn't work like that. There's going to be things that I'm not necessarily going to be excited about. Like, I don't really want facial hair, or hair really on my body. Like, I know it's different for everybody, but, so I shave my armpits, but I don't shave my legs, and that's just personal preference. And sometimes I'll shave my legs, but most of the time I don't, and that's like kind of I was really nervous about always doing that, but now it's kind of like, yeah, like, I feel good, like, rocking it, and it definitely feels like better for me to do that, but I do shave my armpits. So the things that I'm hoping for are, especially because I do sing and stuff like that, and I do have a full-time job, and I kind of want it to be just like a slow process and kind of to gauge my comfortability and make sure that this is something that I want to do before it's like 2 months and I'm like, oh fuck, this is not at all what I wanted, and I'm not okay, and oh shit, what do I do? I have a lot of anxiety, and I want to make sure that I have pretty good control over the situation. So I'm hoping to just do a low dose and just kind of see how that works. I don't know if I'm going to be offered gel or shots or what. So we'll kind of see how that goes. It was actually really easy to make an appointment. And I don't know, depending on cities, if it's this accessible, but I live in Baltimore, and it was pretty easy to just, one of the hospitals around here, or medical organizations called Chase Brexton, specializes in trans health and LGBTQ, you know, health, and keeping, like, having a safe space for people in that community to go and get healthcare and get the things that they need. So I pretty much just called that number. It was pretty easy to find information online, and just, you know, was like, hey, this is what I want to do. And the people there, because it's, you know, that's what they make appointments for, they were really educated and they knew exactly what I was talking about, and it wasn't like this awkward question. It was kind of like, okay, well, what are you looking for? What are you know, what kind of doctor do you think you want? What are your end goals? So they could set me up with, like, you know, the right physician to get this process started. The only downfall was that I made this appointment almost like 3-4 weeks ago, and again, it's still not for another month, but, you know, it gives me time to really decide if this is what I want to do, and if this is something that I'm comfortable doing and I'm committed to. My friends know, my girlfriend knows, my workplace knows. I have not discussed this with my family, not because I'm scared that they won't be accepting. It's more like, this is kind of my own little journey for a little bit, and I want to, you know, get comfortable with it before I'm ready to answer questions about it to people who, you know, don't really know what this is. And I feel like it's kind of a weird, like, in between too. Like, people get what gay is, they get what gay men are, they get what lesbians are, and people, at least now, are getting more understanding of what it means to be transgender. But that weird in between space is not really, you kind of throw that at people and they're like, well, what is it? Well, then what are you doing? So I want to be confident in my own changes and, you know, what's happening before I discuss it with my family. And like, they live about 3 hours away. So, it's not really something that they're going to see change-wise unless, like, you know, I go and visit and stuff. So, I may just go home and be like, surprise, my voice is deeper and I've got this, like, sexy-ass jawline now. And, you know, my pants fit a little bit better. So, yeah, I am excited, a little scared, worried, but mostly excited. I think it's maybe something that I'm not even realizing that it's gonna have like a huge, you know, effect on my happiness. I think this may be like one of those things like, oh, there it is, that's the answer that I've been looking for this whole time. This is just, you know, feel better in the body that I'm in and how I am perceived in the world and the image that I want to, you know, put out there and walk with my head held a lot higher and, you know, feel like a better version of myself. And I think it's important that, like, if you have the ability to do it, why not try? Like, if it's something that I decide that I don't want, then at least I gave it a shot and I know. But if I try it and I'm like the light bulb goes off and it all makes sense. So yeah, this is me, free tea. We'll see what happens. I might make another like video or two, maybe like discussing like some topics, like, I don't know, how I go about being non-binary in the world, or God, that sounds pretentious, or like how I talk to my partner about it, stuff like that. So yeah, this is kind of like my introduction video. So yeah, this is my voice pre-T, and this is how I look pre-T, and I'll stand up, I guess, so you can see like body shape and things. Yeah, this is a weird angle, but so here's my hips. Booty. So just a reminder. So we'll see what happens, but yeah. So hopefully in a month I will make another video and let you guys know what's going on.